Hey guys, Marcel LeBlanc here, Certified Financial Planner, and today we're going to talk quickly about wills and power of attorney and why they're important. Now, I'm going to start off by saying it's not everybody that has a real large need for a will. Power of attorney, I believe, is pretty important overall, but the main reason you might want a will and power of attorney is to maintain control of what happens if something unexpected were to happen to you or you and your spouse or whatever. Now, I'm going to start off with a will, and a will is important because if you don't have one, the province has a set of rules, the courts have a set of rules that will disperse your personal and real belongings. So all of your assets will be dispersed according to those rules. So, you know, family ties and whatnot, and they literally just go down the line. And that's probably not how you would like it to go down. So a will is essentially maintaining control of what happens to your assets if you were to die. Now it becomes important once you are married, if not all of your assets are, joint, if you have a business assets that your spouse doesn't have any ties to, it's important to, have a will, and especially important once you start having assets, you start owning a lot of valued stuff, and especially if you have children, so a will is pretty important once your life takes a certain shape. A power of attorney is essentially giving somebody else the right to act on your behalf, alright? And this becomes especially important in the case of a durable power of attorney, meaning that if ever you become incapacitated to act on your behalf, you can't sign checks, you can't cash checks, you can't sign for your own personal care, you can't, you really become at the mercy of let's call it the system. But if you have a durable power of attorney, a person can act on your behalf. A typical, just normal power of attorney is literally giving just somebody else the right to sign and act on your behalf. But it can expire upon incapacity, so a durable power of attorney will take care of all that. Another thing that's interesting to consider is what they call a living will. A living will is typically healthcare instructions, where you can give instructions on how you want your care to go. If ever you can't decide or act on your behalf, you can leave specific instructions on what you want to happen. So a power of attorney to me is important just in case, if everything's not joint with a spouse or everything's not readily or easily accessible, a power of attorney is important because somebody else will need to take care of your affairs while you might not be able to. So if you have any questions about wills and power of attorneys, feel free to contact me. I can certainly put you into contact with somebody to help you out. Feel free to visit marcelleblanc.ca if you have any questions regarding financial planning in general. Thanks guys. Cheers.